Hi everybody, welcome to Stamp Together Saturday. This is our 21st episode. I still can't get over that. Every time I think about how many weeks we've been doing this and how you keep coming back and watching and making your cards, I think it's so cool. And I think we've created something pretty special here. And I think that we need to just keep doing our thing because with so much hate in the world and so much going on that is just scary and sad. You know, I feel like I said that 2 months ago, and now we're still talking about it, which means we need to keep sending cards and sharing love, right? Hi, Mary. Good morning. Thanks for being here because it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me to stamp with you. So this is always a highlight of my week. Just so you know, next week, the plans right now will be that I will be up north. I won't tell you why, but there's a small possibility we won't be going. So just if it's live, it's live. If it's recorded, it's recorded, but it will be here at 10 o'clock. I started posting these videos. Good morning, ladies. I started posting these videos on YouTube last week's. I put as unlisted so that you could only get to it through the link, but now I've made it live and public so you can go view it anytime. Even without the link, you should be able to find it by going to my YouTube page. So have at it, feel free, and I will just continue to chip away at posting some of these Stamp Together Saturdays there also, if that's an easier platform for you to find stuff. So, hi ladies! I'm so excited. All right. This is going to be a fun one today. It's a little bit of a fun fold, and all right, I gotta put my glasses on. You're welcome, Connie. It's warm and stuffy down here today. We turned off the air conditioner, and I found out that it's not so great in the basement. That I'm in the middle of a Stampin' Up! Training where I was supposed to be in New Orleans this weekend, which, boy, because of the weather, I'm sure glad that didn't happen. But it didn't happen because of COVID, so it's crazy. But anyway, our training, I sit down here all day watching the training, which has been incredible. But I think I'll have to have a fan today because it's a little stuffy. All right. With that, I did want to, before I flip the camera, I did want to show you something that's really fun. And I just saw this back on my magnet wall, and I thought, I got to show that today. Look at the young pups we were. I just think that's pretty fun, and I wanted to share. I don't know if you ever really look at what's back here, but I don't know. It's just fun for me. All right, so here we go. Pardon the time around my studio here. You probably got dizzy. Okay, so we are making a fun, like I said, a little fun fold card today, which you probably guessed when you prepared your materials. And I just wanted to share with you what I'm using. And that would be the Trimming the Town Designer Series paper. Now, I understand this is a vastly wintry paper, but there are sides that aren't so wintry, and I'm actually going to use these two on the end. I mean, it's wintry because it's a bare tree, but you know what I mean. And then the back side is really cute too. So I chose those. Those are in our August to December mini catalog right now. But I've got my 2 3/4 by 8 inch piece of, this is early espresso, and I scored it in half. You can just fold it in half if you haven't scored it yet. And of course I love to use my bone folder to make sure it's creased the way I want it to. And then I'm just going to start building my card. So I'm taking this Designer Series paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And look at the cute people on the back, the wintry scene. We're covering up that winter because, gosh darn it, it's a beautiful day, and I am going to relish in those beautiful days. All right, so we attach the designer series paper onto our quarter sheet of cardstock, which is 4¼ by 5½. And then we'll take this piece, this one that we folded. This is actually the only part of our card that opens. That's what makes it a fun fold. And I think I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sometimes you just don't want to write a lot to somebody. So it needs to be just a smaller spot where you can write your little, whatever it is you're going to write, quick and simple, and get it in the mail. Okay. So then, speaking of writing, I grabbed this piece of Whisper White cardstock to put on the inside so that I could write more easily. I could write teeny tiny and still fit quite a bit in there. And then I will take this piece. Look at those cute dots on the other side. I love it so much. And this is going to go on the outside. All right. Don't worry about covering up those pretty papers. You have more, right? So you can cover up the other side and it'll be just fine. Then I'm going to take my circle. This is my 2¼ inch circle. And I'm going to attach that right up from center just a little bit so that it's a little bit higher. All right, I don't want to lose anybody, so I'm going to just slow down at this point and just share again how much I love that designer series paper. It's so much fun. I cannot wait to see your cards, everybody, so please post them here on this thread so that we can all ooh and ah over what you are doing. Let's see. I'm going to have to read these comments and respond later. I don't know, my angle is off. All right, so then we're going to take this 2-inch circle. And I said you could either have a square or circle. And typically if I do that, I'm telling you I'm using a circle. So just for future reference. But I don't want anybody to feel like they can't make the card because they don't have the circle punches or the circle dies. So that's why I say circle or square. But typically if I do that, it means I'm using a circle. Okay, so this ridiculously awesome stamp set quickly became one of my favorites as I paged through the catalog for the first time. And Let Faith Be Bigger Than Your Fear is, it just says so much in so few words. So I grabbed that one and my early espresso ink. We like to coordinate. And this I discovered also fits right perfectly on my circle. All right, so then I see that my ink is a little bit wet yet, so I'm just going to give that a sec. And of course I didn't have my dimensionals handy, so it gave me a good opportunity to go grab those. And I'm going to put 3. I like to put 3 on the back of my circles. Makes for good lift and less sagging. Oh, I can't wait to come and read your comments. I hate that I need to have someone reading them to me here. But Terry's golfing and Grace is getting ready for work, so. All right, so there's our card so far. And then I did tell you to have a ribbon, and you can use this ribbon kind of however you want. If you want to wrap it around or wrap it around here, I'm going to choose to make a bow. And this is our faux suede ribbon for those of you who are keeping tabs. It's from the annual catalog, and I'm just going to make that into a bow. I feel like I've been doing that a lot on Stamp Together Saturday, where I just do a bow or a knot and then use my glue dots to attach. I'd love to see your take on this card, so please don't forget to post it below. If you need a posting tutorial, I gave a couple of them this week. How do I post a picture to your thread? I can show you. Just contact me. So isn't that fun? I love just that, this fun fold idea can be super complicated, but in this case, not at all. In this case, it's just a smaller piece of paper folded in half and attached to the front of a quarter sheet of cardstock. Okay, so my inspiration for this was a card that I blogged about actually late last night. This one I made using different stamp set and different paper and different ribbon and all of that, but still the same cute fold. So I will be posting those in my thread below along with the instructions so that you can come back and be reminded how to cut your cardstock. So with that being said, that is it for week 21. I can't believe how fast these weeks are flying by. It's pretty amazing. And I just want to thank you again for joining me over and over, coming every Saturday or watching later. I think it's really cool that we've created this little community where we can just have a good time together stamping. So, mwah! Have a wonderful day and a great weekend. God bless you.